Hi and welcome to my channel. My name is Temi and this is my January plan with me video where I've gone for the foil balloon kind of theme. So please like this video if you like it and subscribe if you're new here. So I went for this theme because January is actually my birthday month. I wanted to do something kind of celebratory and I was actually thinking about doing a champagne kind of theme. I wanted to do, or schlur for the people that don't drink, but I wanted to do something that just showed excitement for the new year and, for a new age for me. However, because my 2020 setup for my initial spreads were very gold and very black, and if you haven't seen that video, it'll be linked up on the screen. But because that was very gold and black, I didn't want to do something that was equally gold and black. So I tried to do silver foil balloons, and as you can see, I really struggled with it. When I say I was so close to ripping this page out of the journal, and the only reason why I didn't is because it's attached to a different page that I can't rip out basically. It was just very frustrating. I really struggled with drawing foil, and I don't actually think I got it right in the end. I'm definitely going to practice again and possibly make a tutorial for that because I think it'll be very beneficial to show people if I manage to figure it out. But I think I really struggled with it, mostly to do with the size of the letters. So I think if I was doing letters that were a lot bigger, I think I wouldn't have struggled as much. So I just went for a simple JAN on the cover, and I realised that it was completely wonky and completely not ideal. I kept going back in with whites to lighten it up because I do also think I went too dark on it. It was kind of looking like grayscale rather than silver, so I really just kept working at it to try to get it as shiny as I could. Shine isn't something I've particularly excelled with. When I do my portrait drawings, it's easy to add shine on the lips, for example, because in my opinion that's just very easy to do in comparison to adding shine on inanimate objects, like say if I was drawing a kettle or a pot. I think that would be a lot harder for me personally, just based on what I'm used to. So because this is a thing, it was hard for me to add enough shine to make it look shiny and realistic, but also to have as much depth as it needed to. So I really struggled with it as a conclusion. I tried to start with lighter tones and get darker, and as I said, I do think I went a little bit too dark. However, I think in the end I managed to put something together that I am quite proud of. I realised that where I put it on the page was a little bit wonky, like the J is below the A and the N, and I just thought, oh my gosh, I really hate the spread. So in the end, I actually decided to add some pink balloons. I decided for this month I wanted my quote to be very simple, and so I just decided on new beginnings. And obviously 2020 is a new year, but also it's a new decade. It kind of felt important to me to just recognize that as a new year, a new start, just to leave the negatives of the previous years, previous decades, and just go into this new one with a fresh perspective and fresh heart. I also added at the bottom, new year, new chances in 2020, because it was just to do with the page spacing. I didn't like the way I wrote the quote initially. I feel like I didn't put enough thought into it, so I just thought I need to add something to balance it out. I added this pink, and I'm so happy I added the pink because, as I said, the page was looking kind of grayscale to me. The Tombow grey markers I was using just looked a bit dead, really. So I added this hint of pink, and I love how it just brought everything together. This baby pink is actually my favourite colour, and so because it's my birthday month, it was fitting to have my favourite colour in there as well. And in the end, I like the way the heart balloons balance out the Jan balloons as well. I think the cover page came out brilliant, and honestly I couldn't have imagined that I'd even like the way it turned out, so I'm happy with how it turned out. All my materials are listed and linked down in the description box, so if you're interested in anything I've used, be sure to have a look down there. I flipped back to my grid spacing sheet. If you haven't seen my 2020 video, you might not understand what I'm talking about, but I've got a sheet where I have all my grid spacing defaults, so to split my page into halves, quarters, thirds, and so on. But I also have on the other side of that sheet, I've got defaults for certain spreads, such as my monthly spreads, my gratitude log, and my habit trackers, which actually stay the same. So for my monthly spread, I usually make each square 6 by 6, so in total the rectangle is 42 by 30 to accommodate for 5 weeks in the month. I decided on a simple heart foil balloon on the side because I wasn't trying to do any more lettering as I saw it was very difficult and I was getting frustrated with not being happy with the outcome. So I thought, let me do something a little bit simpler with a foil heart balloon. I'm really happy with the way this foil balloon came out, and in the end I went for a minimal layout for the rest of the month with just horizontal lines separating the weeks, and I went for the cute pink along the top as the header, and I think that just tied it all really nicely together with the minimal theme, and I just love the way it came out. I also went for a very simple font at the top just to tie in January. I'm not used to any sort of minimal layout, hence why I was trying to put some washi tape down there. Honestly, I really admire people that can do minimal layouts because I just feel like I need to put something in every space available, which is ridiculous. But because of that, I really played with the washi tape, but in the end I'm happy with how simple this spread came out. For my mood tracker, I decided to go for each of the letters on a piece of string just hanging. It was kind of hard to decide what to do with my mood tracker, and for people that don't know, each month with my mood tracker I'm very intentional about making it very specific to whatever theme I have that month. So if you've seen any of my Plan With Me videos in the past, for example with my November spread with the poppy theme that I went for, I had my mood tracker being different lengths of poppies, so I really tried to match it to whatever theme I decide. So for this month, the first thing that came to my mind was just having the bubble numbers. I just love the way it came out. I think it's a great take on the theme. For my habit tracker, I usually match that very closely to my monthly spread, and so I wanted it to be simple and sleek and nice, and so that's why I went for the simple horizontal lines with the pink banner across the top to write the actual habits on. You probably noticed that I referred back to my grid spacing sheet to do all the spacing for the habit tracker. I added a key where it was just each of the Tombow dual brush pens in grey, and it was going from light to dark representing my moods, and I added all of the dates in, which I completely did wrong. For one of them I put 8 days in 1 week, and so I just messed up. But I just used some Tipp-Ex over it and just carried on. Next I've got my gratitude log, and I think it's important to do a gratitude log every month. A gratitude log for me just reminds me to be thankful every single day, and I always say in my Plan With Me videos that my gratitude log / art brain dump page is strictly for function rather than aesthetic, and so I have minimal doodles here on this page generally. So I added this silver star foil balloon, and I just really wanted to try different shapes. So as I said, I wasn't really trying to go back into numbers or letters with the foil balloon, but I think it was really nice and easy to do this star shape, and it really tied into the theme. For anyone that's wondering, I actually take pictures of all my spreads, and that's all on my Instagram at temi.journals. So if you're interested in seeing any of these spreads in detail, but also the remaining weekly spreads that are to come, they'll be on my Instagram. And finally, for my weekly spread, I decided to go for a horizontal layout for the week. I kind of struggled deciding what I wanted to do because I did something very similar in December, but I just thought I want a nice sleek design just to finish off the month, and I drew this very simple balloon on the side with the grey silver kind of colours, and just tried to make sure that the shine and everything was also there. And I just put horizontal lines across the weekly spread, and that concludes the weekly spread. I love how simple and sleek it came out. And that concludes my January setup. So here is the flip through of my January Plan With Me. I really hope you enjoyed it. I love the way this theme turned out. It surpassed my expectations completely, and I think it's completely unique and really nice and sweet for my birthday month. I hope you agree, I hope you like it, I hope you enjoyed it, and let me know what you think about it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching. Please like if you like this video and subscribe before leaving. I will see you on my next video. Goodbye.